Hi, I'm Andrew. Now, today I'm going to share with you my story, how I start my own consulting business way back 20 years ago in year 2000. Now, I'm telling you a story to inspire so that you know that a guy like me living in a small island, Penang, in Malaysia, also are able to start my consulting business with totally no knowledge because that time the internet are not so common, and I just started very gung-ho and started this consulting business, and then slowly learn to grow it and do my business in more than 30 plus countries. So if I can do it, I want this story to inspire you can do it too. This is how I start. I used to be a supply chain manager for two Fortune 500 companies before I start my consulting because I was so fed up with a factory life. So I decided that I want to do something. But in fact, I spent like close to 8 to 9 months doing nothing, exploring, don't know what to do. Are you someone like me? And then one day I have this mentor, and then this guy, he is a part-time consultant, and he introduced, say, Andrew, why don't you use your knowledge of your supply chain and then start something? So my mentor helped me to start off by starting my first step as a consultant. Now, during that time, year 2000, when I start as a consultant, I have totally no idea what consultants do. So basically, what we do is basically like a trainer. So he is teaching a class on capacity planning, scheduling. Those are the supply chain stuff that we do daily. I mean, so he was like teaching a class, and then I just go learn from him. And that's how I model after him. Then he's my mentor, and I greatly indebted to him because he helped me to kickstart my journey. So I learned up the course, and then I started doing the training. So this is how I started as a consultant. In fact, it's actually a trainer. Then I slowly, because he's a part-time consultant, he just drew from some other consulting firm. He doesn't know really on how to market and sales. So for me, sales and marketing is the greatest headache because I used to be a supply chain or purchasing manager, you see, and sales guy would come and beg me for sales. And now I started my business, so sales and marketing is the most important thing because I need to go back people to engage me or give me sales, you see. So it becomes the other way around, and that is the most difficult part for me. Now, so what I do is that later I go learn up, I bought a book, okay, an audio book, and I started to learn from there. And that book actually teaches me about cold calling because year 2000, internet is not so common, and rarely or very few people would have like emails and so on. So what I learned is a cold calling. After I learned, basically, then I just put into execution. So from me, then I go and buy a directory from a local government sources. And inside there are like factories for all Penang factories. So basically what I do is that I pick up the phone and cold call one by one right from my home. Yeah, I started my business right from my home before I have my office. So then my cold call, and then this is how I started. And I actually get client having cold call. And at the same time, I also go to conferences, meet up with people to understand what kind of needs that do they need. Then I started to hire someone to do the cold calling so I can free up my time. Then I just go networking, visiting one by one all the factories in the northern areas, even like Kedah and so on. We visited them. I can still remember it's so hot. A whole shirt was sweating, and I was like visiting like 3 to 4 clients every day for, I mean, that I'm doing it for close to like a year or two. That's how I built the relationship, get to know clients, and kickstart my business, you see. So later on, then for me is that sales and marketing becomes so important, and I know, so that I go crazy about that. So I go learn different ways of sales and marketing. Then I started to learn about how to do mass faxing. So I bought a PC, a desktop computer, put it in my office, and have a fax software installed in it, and then keep faxing 24 hours a day throughout the whole Malaysia. So you know what? The cost of my phone bill during that time, that was like around 2002 to 2003, it's like 4,000 to 5,000 ringgit a month just paying for phone bill because I fax throughout whole Malaysia. Now you're young and you know that right now today your mobile call is just like a couple of cents. And during that time it's not, right? I still remember from Penang to call to Selangor or KL, it will cost you like 1 minute for 2 ringgit plus. So imagine the fax and so on. So it costs us like 4,000 or 5,000. Then slowly I evolved into learning about so-called internet marketing. The first internet marketing techniques I learned is actually today you call spamming. So it's just like mass email. So what I do is that I get my business executive to call the factories of my target customers and collect their emails. So instead of this time I go visit them, I basically spam or I just mass email to them. Now that opened my eyes because it actually tripled my sales. You see, so it got me so excited that internet marketing, wow, is the future. So then I go learn more, right? SEO and a lot of stuff. Even during that time, I can try, do blogging, get one of my courses, turn into a blog, and then put in AdSense. Now, today it's called Google Ads. AdSense means that you put an ads inside your blog or your webpage, and people go there and they click, and then you get paid. So now these are the things that I do. I test it out. Wow, yeah. I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it actually works. So then I apply to expanding my business, and that's how then I started to know that because with internet marketing, I can market it worldwide. Then I started to grow internationally. So one time that I was like traveling like crazy, 200 over days a year. Yeah, every time I go out, it's like 5 to 6 weeks on the road. And sometimes I don't even know where I am. So you see, this is the power of internet marketing. And after that, I also learned out so-called LinkedIn. Yeah. Now, do you guys use LinkedIn? If you are especially B2B, this is the most powerful marketing tools exist. Now, I opened up LinkedIn when they first started, but I do not know how to use it because it's just like a resume, online resume. But later in like 2009, 2010, I started to use it for getting new leads because I don't need to buy directory anymore. A lot of my potential clients are in there, so I can network with them. So that is the most powerful tools. You want to learn about LinkedIn? Here's a video you can watch, right? And this is how I get to start my business. And I'm telling you the story is because, you see, as a consultant, we can actually start small, yeah, and then slowly grow it. And it depends on how you want to do it. You want to grow it to a multi-billion company, also possible by hiring a lot of new consultants, but it all depends on you. For me, I love my freedom. I love my time so that I can spend time to do the things that I want, you see. So if you're interested to become a consultant, I actually have a checklist to help you out. And if you're interested, you can go to the description right below and download it. Now, while you're there, you can also book a strategy sessions that I can work out with you your quick start plan so that you can start your consulting today. It's actually easier today compared to when I start in year 2000 because you have all the tools, right? Like Zoom, like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, so many. And you can actually focus in a lot of different niches that you want. So if you're interested to become like a consultant, do download this checklist and then I will talk to you soon. I hope this video will give you an idea or inspire you to take action to become a consultant if this is the path that you choose. So do remember, make your dreams come true by taking actions. I hope you like this video. Do share to your friends who want to be a consultant. And if not subscribed to this channel, do subscribe right now and turn on the notification bell so that when we publish weekly business tips, you'll be notified. So I will see you around.